Once upon a time, in a lush and peaceful land, a frog lived near the nest of a cunning and ruthless snake. The frog had long suffered under the shadow of this merciless predator. Every time the frog gave birth to offspring, the snake would slither into its nest and devour them without hesitation. Helpless and heartbroken, the frog knew that if this continued, it would never be able to raise its young in peace. One day, overwhelmed with grief, the frog decided to seek help from his dear friend, a wise and clever crab. He hurried to the crab and pleaded, "Oh, my brother, I am trapped in a hopeless situation. A powerful enemy threatens me, and I have no way to fight back. Nor can I leave this place, for it is my home, a land full of beauty, comfort, and serenity. If only there were a way to rid myself of this cruel oppressor." The crab listened carefully and, after a moment of thought, said, "The strong and mighty cannot be defeated by force alone. They must be outwitted with cunning and strategy. There is a weasel that lives nearby, a creature with a great appetite for flesh. Here is what you must do. Catch some fish, kill them, and lay them out in a trail leading from the weasel's burrow all the way to the snake's nest. The weasel will follow the scent of the fish, devouring them one by one, and when it finally reaches the snake, it will attack and consume it as well. This will be your salvation." The frog, seeing no other option, followed the crab's advice precisely. It carefully placed the fish along the path, making sure to lead the weasel straight to the snake's home. As expected, the hungry weasel soon emerged from its burrow, sniffed the delicious scent of fish, and eagerly followed the trail. It devoured each fish along the way until it arrived at the snake's nest. Upon seeing the snake, the weasel immediately launched an attack. A fierce battle ensued, but the weasel, being a swift and deadly hunter, soon overpowered the snake and devoured it. At last, the frog was free from its tormentor. It rejoiced, believing that it had outwitted its enemy and could now live in peace. But fate had other plans. A few days later, the weasel, having developed a taste for easy meals, returned to the same path, hoping to find more fish. When it found none, its sharp eyes spotted the frog instead. Realizing that the frog was the one who had led it to the feast before, the weasel saw no reason to let him go. Without hesitation, it pounced on the helpless frog and devoured him, along with all his offspring. Thus, the very trick that freed the frog from one danger had led him into another. This tale serves as a lesson. Those who rely too much on deception and trickery may find that, in the end, their own cunning becomes their downfall.